What's going on, everybody? Trey Martinez here with the Trey Angle. Excited for you to be here. This is going to be a fun episode. And the reason why I say that is because we get to talk with a great friend of mine, a great creative, an incredible artist, and get into the mind of him and his journey. Not only do we get to talk about his art and his journey on becoming an incredible artist, but through that, some amazing life lessons. And even I wasn't expecting all of this, expecting so many great nuggets. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Celestine. He goes by celestine.art on Instagram. I highly recommend for you to go check him out right now because his art is amazing. Actually, to the left, I see a brand new piece that I have from him. Thankful for that, and some awesome other pieces I got to get framed and put all around here in the office. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited for you guys to check this one out. He's an incredible guy, and he has an art show. If you're listening to this live, he has an art show this upcoming Thursday, April 7th, and you'll see all the info on his Instagram, but I'll also put it in the notes too. But show up, show some love. It's gonna be a ton of fun. I cannot wait to be there. I had the opportunity to see the space as we recorded this, actually, so it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about it. So with that said, let's tune in and let's go right into the episode. All right, we are live with Celestine.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited for this opportunity. Welcome, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Glad to be here, man.
Yeah, it's been man, when did we meet? Like what, maybe 4 months ago?
Was that 4 months ago?
Maybe longer, bro.
Gotta be longer.
Yeah, but we met
like
at we met at Izzy's art show. So for those of y'all who have seen previous podcasts, y'all know Izzy, but that's how we met. We were there, and I saw your art, I saw your work, and I was like, this is awesome. We're talking about it before recording, how you don't have one style. Like, you have done so well in so many different arts. So I'm excited to dive into it, man.
Yeah,
so
man. That's the whole Bruce Lee. I heard Bruce Lee say, "Be water."
Yeah.
Water flows, water crashes. It's shapeless. You pour it in a bowl, it becomes the bowl. You pour it in a cup, it becomes the cup. So this is my whole approach to being formless. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I actually love that quote too. And I think, that's a good reminder.
Be water, my friend.
Yeah.
Water. Yeah.
So when did you pick it up? So for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about your background. When you got started in art.
I started drawing, like, as long as I can remember, I've been drawing. But I never took it serious. Like, I would draw Dragon Ball Z. That's what got me started drawing. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And I would draw those characters in middle school, elementary. And then I just never took it serious. So I think I stopped when I was like 12 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't start again until like 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard this before with people. They picked up the art, and then, it was just fun, and then they come back to it with a different passion.
Yeah. So I guess I got to the point where I was like, man, I don't want to work for anybody. I was like getting laid off back to back.
Yeah.
I got laid off like 3 jobs and like laid off now, not quit, not fired, like laid off in like a year.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And I just had my son, and I was like, man, I got to figure this out. Like, can we curse?
You can do whatever you want.
No, I'm going to try not to curse. So I'm like, man, forget this. Forget this, man. I'm going to stop asking these people for stuff.
It's yours.
I'm going to start asking these people for shit. I'm going to figure it out. And I forgot I could draw. I just knew, I was like, man, I got to do something. You know what I mean? So it was my birthday, I think, and I went to go get a tattoo of my son's name.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm looking around, and I'm seeing this art. And I'm like, I used to do this.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to do this. So I showed the guy, like, some old drawings of mine. Yeah. The guy that was doing my tattoo, the tattoo art. Yeah. He was like, man, you ever thought about being a tattoo artist? I was like, nah. He was like, man, this is the business you need to be in.
Really?
Yeah. So he gave me some old equipment. And
did he really? That's nice of him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he showed love, man.
Wow.
He gave me some old equipment. He was like, don't tattoo nobody. Buy some synthetic skin off of Amazon and practice on that. Yeah. Man, I took that shit home. I started practicing on my own legs. Yo, my legs is toe up, dog.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, bzzz,
No.
and I'm doing it upside down. So I'm like, I'm doing it the way I look at it. So I got an upside down face. I got letters on it upside down. Yeah, man. I was just so ambitious.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, like I gotta figure this out. Full steam ahead. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Wow.
I started getting a little decent. I kept practicing. So my friends would let me practice on them.
Yeah.
And they just wanted some tattoos. They didn't care how they look.
Yeah.
And I got decent.
Right.
And I started making a little money.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to get better. Like I'm watching Ink Masters on Netflix and all that. And I'm seeing that stuff. And I'm seeing my stuff. And I'm looking at YouTube tutorials.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't getting better.
Yeah.
So, and the guy that gave me the equipment, he was inconsistent.
Right.
Like, I was like broke at this time.
Right.
So I'm like taking a bus to his house and he not showing up. So I got to take the bus back. It's freezing. Yeah. So anyway, I found some local tattoo artists around. I was in Virginia at this time.
Okay.
I had just got out of the military.
Okay.
So.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I did 4 years in the Navy.
Wow.
Damn, I skipped all that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I did 4 years in the Navy. And I joined right out of high school, so I really didn't know how to function when I got out.
Really?
So, yeah, it was like a culture shock. So, yeah, man.
That's a whole nother story in itself, I'm sure.
Bro, it was rough.
Right.
It was rough.
Really?
Rough for a long time.
Real quick, I want to hear, like, what's that mean?
So I got out, and I got out in 2012. And I had just had a son. So now I'm a civilian and I'm a father. I've never done like any of this, you know what I mean?
Right.
So.
And still young.
Still young. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm in a whole nother state. Yeah. You know, my family's all the way here in Texas. So man, it was just like one thing after the other. It would like fall through, and most of it was my fault, just being undisciplined and you know, like choosing partying over work. You know, trying to keep up this image like it's cool. Everybody want to be cool when they 22 to 23. You know what I mean? Right. So. You know, mismanaging my money. So a lot of it was my fault, self-inflicted. Right. But
so you're dealing with that.
I'm dealing with that.
You're seeing this tattoo. What are you thinking? Like, is this the route I'm gonna go? This guy ain't showing up.
I knew I wouldn't stop. I just that wasn't an option. Like it was just something. Go if this route is blocked, I go this way.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I just knew I wouldn't stop. It was just a matter of which way to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I really didn't have any, like a mentor or nothing like that.
I got, where did you get that drive? Where do you think that drive came from? Was it knowing that you had a family to, take care of? You got your son, or is it just like, son. Or is it a passion?
My son he gave me the drive to survive and to support him. But I always had like this notion that I was supposed to be, I don't know where it came from, but I was supposed to be like, just do something different. You know what I'm saying? I got something to give to this universe. I got something to offer. You know what I mean? Nice. I don't know where it came from. I just always felt that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you chased it.
And I chased it, and I'm still chasing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so going back to the tattoo thing, I hit up like 10 local artists around Norfolk, Virginia. And nobody replied except for this one guy. Is like one of my best friends to this day. His name is TT Cali on Instagram. Nice. And he hit me back. He was like, "What's up, man? Why do you want to tattoo?" Because they take that culture real serious. It's like a brotherhood. Right. So I was like, man, I just wanted to see my art on people's bodies. It's permanent. I think that's pretty cool. He was like, all right, man, come over. So I came over. He was like, bring your work, bring your drawings. So mind you, I'm posting my stuff on Facebook. It's crazy how we live in these little bubbles. And these bubbles will have us thinking that we the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your world is so small. Yeah. You'll get humbled real quick. Man, look. So I grabbed my sketch, but I really don't know how to draw. Only time I was drawing is when I had a tattoo to do. I would Google image it, copy that shit, and plaster it on somebody. You know what I mean? So I had this little sketchbook of drawings, and then I brought it over. I was like, yeah, man. He was like, okay, let me see your sketchbook. So he's like, is this all your drawings? I'm I'm like, yeah. What you mean? Is this all my job?
All fired up, yeah.
Yeah. What you mean? He flipping through. He's like, that could be. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, man, you just need to stop tattooing.
No.
He said that. He was like, bro, you need to stop. Stop tattooing. He was like, not forever, but you need to learn how to draw.
Dang.
I'm like, nigga, I do know how to draw. Yeah. Man, you see this? I'll go to my best drawing. I did a portrait of my homeboy, his son. He's like, yeah, that was one of the better ones, man.
Wow.
So I slow down, I look around, man, and say this is his living room.
Right.
Man, he's got drawings under the couch, on top of the couch, drawings this big, like all kind of shit everywhere.
Right.
And it's like blew my mind. Like, okay, this is what a real artist is supposed to look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you say, you didn't have a mentor. You didn't have someone to look and see
Right,
what success looks like. Yeah, exactly. A reference. So,
yeah.
Wow.
So that humbled me a lot.
Yeah.
So he took me in, man, and he would like just teach me how to draw. Like he would give me something to draw this right here, and he would tell me stuff like, "Don't be afraid to use black," or "There's really not much white in a portrait." You know what I mean? It's little basic stuff like that somebody has to tell you. You can't just look at it and see.
Right.
But he really like springboarded me into the art world. Like he would bring over other artists.
That's cool.
Yeah. And we would have like drawing night, art night.
Wow.
And they would all be walking around looking at each other's stuff, and nobody was looking at my stuff. So I'm like, dang. And all of that just like, man, bro.
Fire.
Man, fire.
Yep.
Fire.
Yep.
That just woke me up, and it's been.
So when was that? How long has that been now?
This was 2015.
Yeah. So now you got pieces like these behind us. If we didn't share that, but everything here is yours.
Yeah.
And you've got such a amazing. I'll say you've. I don't want to say perfected, because obviously I don't think anyone should believe that we're perfect, right? But you
never stop.
You have solidified your work in so many different styles, which is so cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You started off thinking your stuff was the best, getting humbled real quick.
I was Picasso. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to show him this one. You know what I mean? I'm flipping through my sketchbook. Wait till he see this one.
Oh man!
That dude was like,
really?
Another thing we would do, he would do this exercise, right? We would pick one picture. He would let me pick the picture. He's like, we both gonna draw this in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be over there drawing it. I see him over there. He lackadaisically, he talking to everybody. He put it down, talk. So 30 minutes would be up.
You're over here fixated, trying to get every detail. Yeah.
And I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, I'm gonna beat him this time.
Yeah. He's not even paying attention. Man, he don't care.
Chilling. Yeah. And it would be like I remember this tiger. We did a tiger face the very first time we did it. Yeah. Man, his tiger was so clean. He had like Japanese waterways behind it. Like, man, when do you get time to do all that? And I got this lopsided ass tiger. Looked like a fox.
Oh my gosh.
So he used to kill me, man.
Yeah.
But not to this day, he tell me, he was like, man, you draw better than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was like, man, he's like, you do so much different stuff. Yeah.
So from that day till now, what has changed for you? Like, you said something earlier, which I think is so key. It's discipline. It's being disciplined in your craft and your art. So what did that look like for you? Like, how did you progress in that?
So what I did was like rid myself of distractions and surround myself with like what inspired me, right? So what he told me was, let's say you spend a lot of time on Instagram,
right? And
you following Shade Room, Bleacher, a bunch of gossip sites and all that stuff. That's where you spend your time at. So that's what you're seeing. It's distracting,
man.
You know what I mean? So what he told me, probably the best advice he told me is like, unfollow all of that stuff. Only follow artists that's better than you. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Only follow pages that's like keep you inspired, remind you what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it'll keep you humble, because you got people on the outside telling you how good of an artist you are.
Mm-hmm.
Then you pick up Instagram and see something that's like killing your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To keep you humble and to keep you motivated.
Yeah.
I'm competitive.
Yeah.
You know, you're not supposed to say this, but I want to be better than every other artist around me.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah, I wanted to be better than Izzy at his own show.
There you go.
Shout out to him. I was like, man, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to have my best pieces of, man, ain't nobody going to live. You know what I mean?
I love it. That's good. That's good.
But I want the best for everybody.
For
you know
sure.
What I mean?
For sure.
Every artist I know, especially around Houston, man, I own their work, I supported them in some kind of way. Like Izzy, I couldn't make it to his show, but I got a ticket to his show.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is to find good support. So yeah, shout out to him. Man.
Yeah, for sure. But that's good though when you say competitive, because I know for me it was like whenever I got into business, I was like, I didn't have that competitive edge besides me just trying to go out there and win in my own way. But having that competitive, it drives you in a different way.
Different way, bro.
But you also bring up something that triggered something in me I've never thought of before. You've probably heard the quote, you're a product of your environment, right? You're the 5 people you hang around the most. And I think like in this world, we are such in a digital world.
Yeah.
You say Instagram, like so many people spend so many hours a day on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're around friends and stuff like that, but I feel like we're around friends, quote unquote, more online. Would you feel that? So saying the idea of remove the distractions, follow people that inspire you, that happening on social media is actually doing just that. You're creating a different environment by doing that.
Right.
I've never thought of that together, really.
Yeah. And I never thought of that way either till you just said it. So basically what you're doing is like you creating your own environment digitally.
Right.
And
in the world.
It'll reflect to the real world.
Right. Yeah. Man, that's awesome. So, all right, tell us about, you got your first show, man. You got your very first show.
April 7th. My first show, man. What I think about the most is really getting the experience. Mm-hmm. That way I know what to do for my second show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's good.
So I like to think about the future a lot.
Yeah.
So I find myself like preparing myself for the future of everything. Like I'm reading Will Smith book right now. And what he said was, so being good at something will prepare you for anything that comes at you. Mm-hmm. It'll prepare you for the future. So being good at something, it'll give you leverage. It'll give you something to offer. That way you're excited about interacting in the world. Mm-hmm. There's people out here that don't know their place in the world because they never really like cultivated their like a unique skill. Mm-hmm. That way they know, like I know my place is in the art scene.
Right.
I know my place is telling stories visual. Right. So I know my place. Right. And I know that gives me something to offer. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it has, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
No, you're good. We were talking about Will Smith, the book.
Yeah. So he was like, being good at something gives you something to offer.
And then bringing it to the event. Exposing your art, I guess.
Man, April 7th, y'all come on.
No, but that actually made me think of something because obviously you get to display your art in a different way, right? You use social, what are some ways that you've shared your work before?
At different art shows. Yeah. Doing different venues, pop-ups. Mm-hmm. But mostly social media. Really? Oh, man, I remember one time, this is a horrible idea, but I was just so driven and desperate that I was willing to try anything. Man, I grabbed my portfolio over there. Yeah. And I just walked around in the Galleria Mall, bothering people, just walking up to people. Hey, I'm a freelance artist. Really? This is some of my work. That's hustling. People were like, okay. I was like, here's a card. I ain't give a damn.
That's
good.
You're
gonna take this card.
That is hustling, man.
Yeah, bro.
Why did you say it was bad?
Because the way people were responding, and you don't want nobody walking up on you in the mall.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but still,
I didn't care, bro. I was just so desperate.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great story, man.
Yeah, I was gonna go door to door. Uber driver told me, he was like, "Don't do that."
That's hilarious.
He was like, don't do that.
Oh my god.
Don't do that.
So,
I was gonna go door to door, bro.
So actually, that's good. That's when did you feel like, man, I'm making progress, like with your own art and marketing yourself, right? You're marketing your work. You are your own business, right? Yeah. And you've been doing this for a while, so times have changed. You know, you said Facebook earlier with when you're in Virginia. Obviously, that's still around, but now Instagram's a new platform. There's always something new.
Yeah.
What were you doing in the beginning? Or I guess back to that question. When did you like, man, I think I got this?
When I got to the point where I was like turning down work.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I remember being at the point where I was like, man, why nobody buying my stuff? Or why is nobody hitting me up for just looking for work to make money?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And now I'm like financially stable, and most stuff I just turned down. Like, nah, that's not something I'm interested in doing. Which is a privilege.
Yeah.
To be able to turn down money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when I knew. I still feel like I got a long way to go. Like Nipsey say, you don't got a line wrapped around the store. You ain't doing none of that. You know what I mean? And that's what my standard is, to have people like a demand. Like, what's he gonna do next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So until I get there, then I'm looking.
You're still chasing. You're still chasing.
Yeah.
But that brings up something too. You know, I remember seeing your Nipsey art piece back at the event, and I've been a huge Nipsey fan for years. Like I remember, I just remember like him dropping out some of those first. I wasn't on the like Slauson stuff, but I mean Crenshaw, like that album. I remember buying it, and I had the opportunity to meet him. You know, I had the opportunity to meet him here in Houston.
Really?
Yeah, I went to his concert.
That just gave me chills.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so I mean, I got to sit with him one-on-one in the tour bus. I paid for that. You know, I wanted that because I got the CD and it came with that. Whenever he was doing that, like 1K 100. Remember that deal? Yeah, that was a great marketing deal. And I was really into all that. And he was just so wise. I listened to him all the time, man. He was still like there's still wisdom in those songs.
His interviews on YouTube.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. You know, but I remember being able to sit with him and just like talk life for a little bit. I was like, man, that was special. So anyway, I bring that up because, you know, I saw your piece, and that made me, you know, just think of all that great times. And obviously, you know, he impacted a lot of people's lives. So you've done some amazing pieces of him. You've done some amazing pieces of other influential people, right? You know, so what started that? You know, you started off with like Tigers, lopsided Tigers.
Yeah.
You know, now you get to choose your pieces of art. You know, what do these mean to you?
It's different. Like sometimes it's as simple as like a nice visual. Like, oh, that's a nice picture. Let me put my sauce on it. And,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes I want to like pay homage. You know what I mean, to people that like spark something in me. I listen to Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt all the time. You know what I mean? It keeps my mind open. It keeps me, you know, humble, and it keeps me disciplined. Like his foresight at that age. I think he was like 25 when he made that.
Really?
And he's talking about like stocks, you know, letting your money bubble quietly and then blow up. You know what I mean?
Really?
The discipline in that was just like crazy to me. Yeah, Reasonable Doubt, man.
I need to go listen to that again, bro. That's crazy.
I listen to that. You know albums that every time you listen to it, you hear something new, but you've been listening to it for 20 years?
Yeah.
That's the type of album that is.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, man. Even what he's doing to this day.
Yeah.
Of course, Nipsey. DMX. I did the DMX. I like his art. You know what I mean? His albums were like Martin Scorsese movies. You know what I mean? Like the way he would like tell these stories and play these characters.
Wow.
Yeah, he had like really dark characters. I just pay homage to people who like inspire me, man. Yeah. I like some like Tupac. Like, where did you get that? Let's go back all the way to like Harriet Tubman, right? Slavery was like a norm. I don't want to get too dark. Slavery was the norm, and it was like normal. It was like
That was reality.
Reality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where did you get how did you know that was wrong? When that was all you saw?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how did you know? And that's what I like Tupac. Like, where did you get the
courage?
Yeah, like, how did you know this was wrong? How did you know this wasn't right? Like, who told you that? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would want to ask them.
So whenever you're making these pieces, I'm sure, because they take time, right? You know,
Yeah.
so like you're probably you're spending a lot of time obviously on the piece, but also on the person or whatever the story you're telling.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm sure that's shifted you in your own walk a ton, huh? Like seeing these people's stories, diving into them.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely. I feel like I'm like back to being water. You know what I mean? I feel like I like to stay formless. So I would listen to people from different walks of life and just take a little bit from everybody. You know? Even if you already know what they're talking about, it may be some little bit, some piece of what they say that can be like turn on a light bulb. You know what I mean?
What do you want that feeling to be for people that see your art?
I like to hear people always ask me what my art means, but I don't like to explain it because it'll only mean that. You know what I mean? I want to know what it means to you when you see it.
Specifically, yeah.
Yeah, what does it do for you? Like something like this. People will want me to explain, but I want to hear your take on it because it might inspire me. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, you do hear that with art a lot of times. You know,
what does this mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
You spend some time with it. You immerse yourself in it.
Right.
You know, feel what you feel, and I want to hear what it did to you.
So how has that shifted from the beginning of just drawing, tattooing on your leg to now of that progress?
Sometimes I want to tell a story. Sometimes I want to like shed light on something, like right now the critical race theory in these schools, they're not teaching Black history the way they're supposed to. I feel like they're trying to cover up a certain part of this country's history.
Yeah.
So I'll do something like this, like this happened. You know what I mean? You're not gonna cover this up, not on my watch.
Right.
So I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna put color only. I'm gonna make these muted colors, but color entry is gonna be colorful as hell. It's the first thing you see. You know what I mean? You don't have no choice but to read. When you walk in the room, you read that.
You remember.
You don't have a choice. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna cover that up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because not only are you showing history, but even these will become history in itself. Right?
That's the plan.
Right?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, you got April 7th.
April 7th.
Yep.
The Celestine experience. We're gonna be catering food. We have live music. Open bar, free drinks. I know y'all love that. And yeah, man, come see my work in person.
Yeah.
Man, come build, come network.
Yeah.
Come meet some people. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and they'll see tons of pieces, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is a sample size.
A whole wall full.
Man, this whole place is a sample size.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot. Why am I looking at this mic like the camera right here?
Yeah. I mean,
do people do that?
That's a good.
That's just me being weird.
No, I don't know. I think that's because you're speaking to people, so you want to see somebody. Maybe it's all good.
That ain't gonna look weird.
Yeah, no. There's times I mean I don't even look here either because I'm thinking podcast people, but
I'm like
we care about everybody. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm excited about it myself. Just to see your first piece, and something that I asked you was like, why now? You know, like, and you're just saying it's why not really?
Yeah, I'm in year 7. You know, and a buddy of mine told me, stop being scared. Just do it, man. Get the experience. This won't be your last show. Even if one person show up, do it again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I did a charity event, like a fashion show charity event in.
Let me know when you do stuff like that.
I know.
Man.
I actually feel really bad because I did not have. I didn't invite nearly as many people as I could have. It was a smaller space, but I'm doing another one for sure. I want to, but during that process, I kind of feel what you're feeling right now with your first event. I was like, man, I hope people show. This is for a good cause. Obviously, it's for this brand that I'm passionate about, but it's for I want to serve the people, right? I want to display people. I want to show the city of Houston. But through all of that, you get to realize that number one, people will show up, and then you'll get to realize that, like for me, I've had some people be like, "Bro, that inspired me so much," and I'm just like, that wasn't even the goal. You know what I mean?
That's the best compliment ever. Dog.
Yeah, man. I mean,
when people tell you that what you're doing made them get up and do something, it's nothing.
It's like wow. And I looked at this one thing as I was telling you, like marketing is my deal. So I'm always studying that, and I saw this one guy post this past week. He said, a lot of people like to educate. They like to give knowledge. They like to, but like whenever you think of school, that was nothing but knowledge. Mm-hmm. But you didn't act on a lot of that stuff, right? You learned a ton. Well, I didn't. I'll tell you, my personal experience. I didn't do nothing with that really. It was, if anything, it was the people or the things that you weren't taught, right?
In school.
But what he said is like, a lot of people in marketing or in business like to educate people on what they do, knowledge, right? Mm-hmm. He says you got to stop that. No one. You're not going to resonate with people like that. You have to inspire. When you inspire, you create action. And you just said that. And that's something that has just hit me. So I'm like, wow. I've looked at it. There's times when I know I'm inspiring or I know I'm doing something to inspire, but then there's times I'm like, I'm just trying to educate or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so I think that's so cool because you'll realize that with this. And I'm sure you do just with your pieces. Obviously, people buy them because it inspires them, right? Mm-hmm. It probably does make them act or feel a certain way. And you don't know what that looks like, but I just want to say that because, obviously with this one, I know it won't be the last one because people need to see this stuff, I believe. Yeah. And that's why I was excited to be here and sit with you because, I mean, you've got something special on your hands, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Also, man, y'all should see this setup, man. This dude came in here and put it down. Yeah. But I saw your work on after we met. I had a chance to sit down and see your work, man. Yeah. It's beautiful. I said, yeah, man, we gotta link up, man. We gotta do something.
Thanks, bro. Yeah. And I'll say this publicly. I kind of told you before, but during that event that I put on, it was the brand's called All God, and through that I was like, bringing people, from food to aesthetics with plants to production, obviously some artists, coffee, tattoos. I mean, I brought a little bit of DJ. I brought a little of everything. And whenever I sat down with a guy named Kurt Williams, who's amazing, he runs a ministry called Youth Reach, where he takes struggled kids off the streets and he literally disciples them into men. He's been doing that for like 30-something years. You want to see the streets? He's seen the streets, man. Yeah. And he's turned these like people who are doing some horrible, from the eye may looks like horrible stuff, but you don't know the pain behind it. He brings them. He brings them in. He feeds them. He clothes them. It's unbelievable. So anyway, that's
what's his name?
Kurt Williams. Yeah, Youth Reach. But so that's who we partnered with and donated to from the event. But where I'm getting at is whenever I sat down with him before talking the event, he's like, man, this doesn't seem like it's just for fashion, right? Because it was a runway, right? I had some clothes and I wanted to display it in a way that makes people feel cool, Like, I never been to a runway. I was never invited to stuff like that or like big things. I wanted to. That was right around the time of Virgil Abloh doing his piece. So anyway, I wanted to display that. So I say all that because he's like, this isn't just fashion. This is like creatives. Yeah. He's like, bro, this is like creative Houston. Houston. And I was like, that's it. That's really what it's about. It's about showing the art of Houston, right? I don't believe we're known for that. So
and how art can help.
Yes. Yeah. That's so true. It can inspire, right? So I thought that was super cool. And since then, actually, I don't know how I got it. I think it's, all God, literally, I got createhouston.com. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Createhouston.com. I couldn't believe that domain was available. And yeah, man. So it's like, anyway, I say that because, that inspired something else, which, you'll grow, So anyway, whatever that means or matters, but that's that's one thing I've picked up is you don't know what's next. You got to take that first step, and from that step, that door opens. You open that door, you walk through it, right?
Right.
So
like,
I'm excited.
Tarzan, he grabbed the next rope before he let go of the last one. Grab the next one. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta keep grabbing them ropes.
That's true. I remember that, man. I love Tarzan, man. That was my dude as a kid. But man, I'm excited. So April 7th. Obviously, how they get involved, like online, right? I know they can follow you.
The link is in my bio. The link to get the tickets in my bio.
Bet.
My Instagram, Celestine.art. Facebook, Celestine Art. I gotta do more Facebook stuff, but the best place to find me is Instagram, Celestine.art.
Sweet. And you got some merch too?
Yeah, I have my little character. I made my own. I got a Bugs Bunny Mickey Mouse. His name is Bean. He's a panda, not a raccoon. He's a fucking panda. And I kind of created Bean to like kind of live vicariously through him. You know what I mean? So if I want to meet somebody or I want to go somewhere, I would draw Bean in that setting. You know what I mean? Wow. Yeah. So he's my little man child that, if I'm angry, I'll draw him angry. If I'm happy, I'll draw him happy.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So I use him to tell stories. So yeah, I'll put him on a hat, or he's been on shirts. I gotta get back in my shirt mood whenever that happens. But yeah, man.
So yeah, you got these that people can obviously pick up. You'll have pieces here at the event.
For sure.
They can follow you on social.
For sure.
And
I have my high-end art. I have my more affordable art. It's something for all spectrums. Yeah. 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 Everybody eats. Everybody included.
There we go. And
y'all better hurry up and buy it while I'm cheap. I'm about to get expensive.
Yeah, I saw in your bio. No commissions right now.
No commissions.
You busy?
I'm busy, man.
Yeah,
man.
That's a good problem.
No logos. Ever. Don't ask me for a logo. Stop asking me for logos, man.
Not a graphic designer.
No.
Nope.
No. If it's not telling the story, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, man. I'm an illustrator. I want to tell a story. I want to do something creative,
Let me ask you this:
don't ask me to draw Kanye West. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, man. Y'all should have heard it beforehand. If we had,
don't do it. I'm not doing it.
I know you won't, unless it's College Dropout.
Think about it.
I think I got him. Oh man! Hey, what if it was that
cost
with the panda? What if the panda, you put your panda, Beans as the mascot?
I thought about doing that. When I thought about doing it, that's when he started saying stupid shit.
Oh man!
So that was God telling me, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't associate yourself with this man.
Okay. If you can't tell, and I'm looking at the mic right now too. If you can't tell, he's got some beef with Kanye West, but he's also been crazy inspired.
The early Kanye, I love the early Kanye.
Yep. There we go. But yeah. What I was gonna ask is, what's been one of your favorite pieces? I'm sure there's a lot, but what are some that mean a ton to you?
So this is my most recent one right here. I just wanted to draw something where people can just sit and, say you had a bad day at work or school or a hectic day, man. You can just sit there and just, let it take you away. Just listen to the sounds of the ocean and watching the sunset. That yellow is like a really soothing color. You know what I mean? You look at yellow and it's just it's everything's gonna be okay color. Wow. What I mean? Yeah. But I put that Band-Aid there. I don't know if you can see the Band-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Everything is not okay. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful picture. It looked perfect, but she's.
You may not be okay, but you got
she's
this
been
world.
Through something, yeah. You know what I mean? And she got through it. She's swinging. She had fun. Sun setting. Yeah. My favorite drawing I ever did was the Jay-Z smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had a hard time selling that.
Really?
Yeah, man. But he made me an offer.
You couldn't refuse.
I might steal it back. Or draw it again. I'm gonna draw it again, even better.
Right. Yeah. Why did that one mean a ton?
It just came out so sharp to me. And I'm a cigar smoker. And it was it's inspiring to see it just looked like success.
Mm-hmm.
When I see that, it just looked like that's what I want to be. That he's not smiling or anything, but you can see how happy he is. You can see how
it's a feeling of it.
Yeah, man. It just looks like that's where I want to be. I want some, like, he's lighting that cigar like, man, I got fuck you money.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a sense of freedom.
There you go. There you go. And that's what all of this is, man. Just being able to do what I want to do. That's the, like, people kill me when I turn down a project, and they be like, well, you don't want no money. Like, this, the only thing that can make me money. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point, and they get offended when I don't take their commission. Just, you know, find another artist, or I can refer to you to another artist.
Right.
The whole point of this is to do what I want to do, to have the freedom to do what I want to do.
Right.
You know, I went through all of that BS. Like, this whole journey has been long, man. I've been doing this 7 years, and I just got comfortable like 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, like, if you're not willing to look like a loser for 5 years, then you're not going to make it doing this. You know what I mean? All the people looking at you funny, telling you, hey, go get a job, or you're doing this wrong. People that's never sold one piece of art want to give you advice on how to sell art.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's...
Huh.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, man. You gotta know that it's like no looking back. You know what I mean? At a certain point, I got to a point where I wanted to quit, but had came too far where it wouldn't make sense. Like, what the hell am I going to do? You know what I mean? I don't know how to do anything else.
Wow.
I can't quit. After I drew 21 Savage, I had this whole plan, right? They had opened the Trap Museum.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm going to draw this bad motherfucker. I'm going to get all the details. I'm going to send it to him, and I'm going to send it to the Trap Museum and see if they respond. Because I seen that working now. It's good work, but I'm like, man, I did that just to, you know, that competitive spirit. Like, I'm a top, this is going to be the best piece in there. So I drew it and didn't get no response from nobody.
What?
Yeah, so I'm like, man, fuck this, man. Because, you know, sometimes you working your ass off at this and it feel like it's not paying off. So you like, it's like you chasing something that's not there. And it's like, it's real hard dealing with that.
Right.
To keep going when it feel like it's not paying off.
Right.
And that's when a lot of people quit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I quit for like 2 days. I was like, man, I ain't drawing no more, man. I don't know what I was going to do. I was like, man, I'll tell all my friends, man, I quit, man. I ain't doing it. Wow. They knew I was full of shit, but I believed it.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, back 2 days later, I was back drawing again. Like, all right, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. And it makes me think of, I read it recently. And I know now I'm not alone on this stuff, because there's so many times when I started something and haven't completed it, you know, and little projects or ideas, concepts, whatever that is. But it's through that struggle that does get you to leave.
Yeah.
You know, so then you don't, and they put it in this graph, like, you know, basically you're going into the valley. You know, you're excited. Okay, something comes up. You're like, oh, this sucks. I'll still do it. And then you're like, bro, I don't want to do this. I hate this. You're feeling all of those emotions. That's when people are out. And then they go do the same thing. And what do? Same thing.
Same thing.
They go through that pit.
Yeah. And
they're not willing to go through the tension to get on the other side, because then, you know, the ball's rolling from there.
That's what separate who you want to be from who you are. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. I did stuff I ain't want to do for 5 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. I remember being so worn out. Like, I resented drawing. Like, now I get to my drawing table and I'm excited. You know, I'm ready to go. Nice. But I remember being at the point where I needed the money, so I had to take on whatever people wanted me to draw. Right. And it just felt like so much like work. Like, dude, I don't want to draw your grandma. Yep. I don't want to do this logo. Yep. All of this is just so uninspiring, and it felt like work. Yep. And I fell out of love with art for a minute. And it's foggy how I got out of that slump. But, so what I did was I spaced out commissions with things I wanted to do. So I would draw for money. I would do a commission the first 4 hours of the day. And I would take a break and do something inspiring for me. Nice. Just the next 4 hours. Nice. Yeah, so you know, it's different levels. You learn different ways to you give yourself a break.
Yeah.
What you can handle.
Yeah. That's so good though too, because I was talking with my buddy Adrian. Shout out to Adrian. He's an incredible creative, like photographer.
I want to learn photography.
Man, he's awesome. So he works with a company called Glass Cypress, high-end boutique, like men's designer, and they're starting to get big. And he does a lot of work with them. Or he's like their content creative strategist, I believe. I don't know the right title, but he's creative there. Mm. And we're talking about that, you know, and how he made the decision early, you know, to not want to. Of course, he's taking gigs here and there for like his art, but he wasn't willing to completely sell out to that's what I do. I am a logo guy, or for in your example, I am a graphic designer. It's like he's like, no, I'm willing to let go of that so I can pursue the creative art that which you know you said earlier. You can do what you want. You can do what inspires you. Yeah, you take those times. Yeah, you got to make things happen. But at the end of the day, you do what inspires you.
Right.
And that's the freedom.
Right.
That's the freedom.
You got to remember what got you started, man. Can't lose sight.
And I heard that, and I was like, man, that is such a good word for people. And even for me, because, you know, there's definitely been times when I'm like, man, I'm doing this just straight for money, right? You know, and then you get into the zone of, man, I don't want to do this no more. Yeah. You know, it don't make sense, right? Whatever that looks like.
Yeah. Or you underbid.
Or,
like, you don't charge as much as you should have. It's like way more work than you thought. That's the worst.
Oh my gosh.
That is. You already don't want to do this.
Yep.
And I charge $40 for it.
Yep.
And it's taking me 2 weeks.
Yep.
God, I'm gonna give you this $40 back. Man, I give you 50 back, bro. Just get it out of my face.
That actually, I gotta ask you this, and then we can, you know. Anyway.
Yeah.
How have you learned to price yourself? Because I feel like as a creative myself and others I talk to, and just people in general, it's a pattern I see. It's like a lot of times I've undervalued myself. I've undersold my work, you know, whether that's video or whatever it is, right? I've undersold it, you know, because and then I find myself in predicament after predicament, like, probably I should have done it for more.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, by doing that, feeling that tension, next time I'm like, I'm not doing that. Here it is.
Right.
Would you say it was that type of progression, or, you know, how did you manage that?
It all started with, it does start with how interested am I in doing it? Is it something that like sparked my mind? You know, like if the person present me with an idea, I'm like, oh man, I love that. You know what I mean? I won't charge them as much, but the time it'll take to do it, the material it'll take to do it, and how much I want to do it. It all plays in the, you know.
That's cool.
How much I charge, yeah.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Because if it inspires you enough, you're like, man, I just want to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so.
Exactly. Let's get this done.
Yeah.
You pay me half now, half after.
Yeah. Let's just get it started.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And a lot of times, I just want to say this, like, people will make you feel bad about wanting to get paid because you like what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, say you a photographer and they want to pay you $40 to shoot a wedding.
Yeah.
But you like doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, no. Doctors like being doctors. You gonna go to that for free?
Yeah.
Teachers like teaching.
Yeah.
They gotta get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a great point.
Don't set my prices.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's good.
It don't make me feel bad about going to get paid because I've been through a lot for this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. There's a reason why you're here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man,
I just wake up knowing how to do this.
Yeah, that's so good, man.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna forget when I was talking to, like, I think he was a videographer, but he said whenever you do, and okay, yeah, you're great at your craft. If you don't price what you know you should, it actually hurts everybody because now everyone thinks they can get it for that. It's like, no, this is really worth this, dog. You can't get this anywhere.
Yeah.
Good luck finding it. So the competitive side comes out, like, but there's truth to it, right?
Yeah,
good luck finding some stuff like this, for real.
Exactly.
For real.
Exactly. And I tell people all the time, man, find somebody else that's doing this at my price.
Yeah.
They're going to charge you double what I'm charging.
Yeah, and if so, I'd like to see it.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Please find somebody that can do this.
Yeah. So when I heard that, I've always stuck to it. No, but it's a good reminder of like, yeah, there's truth to that because now other people who are nowhere near as good of work that you can do or I can do, whatever that is, think they can charge these prices when it's like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you set the like some people, if you set your prices too low, some people will put you in that. Like you're a $200 artist. You know what I mean? Some people don't want no $200 shit in their house.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the market you want to find.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Then
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say and that's one thing in itself, knowing your market.
Right. Exactly. But so my boys tell me all the time, bro, you need to go up on your prices.
Hey, yesterday's price. This is not.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's not today's price.
I do too. It's such a good reminder.
Yeah.
It's such a good reminder because it's true.
I had a lady the other day, bro. She wanted a pencil. So the black and white realism with the pencil, the graphite drawings, those are the most expensive. They take a lot of time and take a lot of energy. It's
so
just
much
hard to do.
Detail too.
Yeah. And you can get done with the whole thing and it just won't be right. You know what I mean? So she wanted a 24 by 36 Idris Elba smoking a cigar. It's details from top to bottom. And I told her the price.
Right.
And she looked up at me. She was like, lady, what did you think? Like, you want this big masterpiece, but you don't want to pay for it? She was like, well, I thought it was going to be around, $50.
Whoa.
$50?
Whoa.
This really happened to me, bro. Bro, stuff like this happen all the time. This one dude walked up to me the other day. He was like, hey, I'm going to give you $40, and I want you to draw this.
Excuse me?
Bro.
Who the boss here?
I don't want to say what I said, but he got out of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that, man.
That's
People
disrespect.
crazy, man.
Oh, I know.
People crazy, man. And art itself is like one of those. Everybody's in the clothes. Everybody's in the music. Everybody's in the movies. It's all art, but visual art is one of those things where not a lot of people into it. Not a lot of people respect it. But there are people that respect it. So what you have to do is, like tailor yourself and set yourself apart and get out there to where those people that do respect it find you and have access to you. You know what I mean? And that take a long time.
Yeah.
That take a long time.
That's just being in it.
People are in bubbles, you know what I mean? Yeah. People with money stay with people with money. Yep. People with no money are around people with no money. That's true. So you have to keep going. That's good. Keep going. Well, I'm not saying I've done that yet. I haven't done it yet. I got a long way to go. Yeah. But hey, I'm on the way. This event. It's a Kickstarter, man. Yeah, it's a new path. Man. Yeah. So I'm excited. Well, obviously for those here and watching, come out, support, check it out. It'll be fun. And I guess any last words you'd like to share with them? No. You know what? I got a question. I like asking these people every time I have this opportunity. I want to go viral, man. I want to do something to go viral. You trying to wild out? No. Kanye over here? You have somebody walk off on you? Yeah, no. Walk off on the interview? Oh, my gosh. So my question is, knowing what you know now, what would you tell your younger self? What is like 3 things maybe that you would tell yourself? So much. 3 things I tell my younger self. Don't disconnect from the world so much. Like I think 2016 to 17, I really didn't do anything but draw. I didn't meet anybody. I didn't talk to anybody. It was just like nothing but drawing all day, every day. You know what I mean? Right. Which I don't regret because it helped me out a lot. It upped my skills. But I've been disconnected so long that it's like hard for me to talk to people. Like now, it's hard for me to talk to them. I'm skeptical of everybody. Yeah. I'm just like too disconnected. Right. And I'm working on that now. So don't disconnect so much. Okay. It's going to take a long time to get where you want to get. So be patient. And I think that's a bigger one than most need to hear. I know I need to hear that times. Yeah.
And
it's a marathon.
It is. Yeah. Exactly. And really I talk about it with my buddy Brandon, who does play professional baseball. He's a pitcher for the Cardinals right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I've been my voice since a kid. But something we say a lot is lot of people.
My bad.
No, you good.
I just seeing your friends win like that. I know that's the best feeling in the world.
Bro, he sent me this video of like the promo video they just did of him.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is wild, bro. This is wild. Like seeing him.
Because you seen him where he started.
Bro, yeah, we're playing machine pitch. Years ago, and I was like, I was intimidated as I could just from then. To seeing him now. It's amazing. Seeing him in the MLB game, bro. Like what? That's just we're kids. This believing, fantasizing. Like man, I'll be in this game one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's there, but something that we like to say because it is a baseball analogy. Is so many people go for home runs. That's all they go for. Home runs in business. They're just trying to make a big lick off of one big deal, one big contract, one big commission, one something, right? And that's all they're going for is those big pieces, which you should. But if you just got singles every day, and it's just the patience.
Chip away, yeah.
Just chip away. Hey, that bases will be loaded. Boom. You get one. And if you get a home run, you get a home run, man. But if you just focus on that, and I know I need to hear that, just like in some things I've been doing in investing, I've been like wanting to go home run, kick my ass, and it's like, bro, you're an idiot, bro.
You wear yourself out.
Yeah, just like, dude, every little day, just want, so I just wanted to really emphasize patience. I didn't want, like, I really think people need to hear that, as simple as it is.
Chip away, man, chip away. Don't just take these. So another thing from Will Smith's book.
Yeah.
His dad had him rebuild a wall in their neighborhood.
Oh, I love this story.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
And, he was like 9 years old, building a brick wall. And one day his dad told him, don't worry about building a wall. Just lay one brick at a time perfectly. Just lay one brick. And you can apply that to any facet of life. Just lay a brick, man. You going through divorce, you going through college or whatever. And it's hard. Just don't think about your degree. Yeah. Just lay a brick. Yeah. Every day.
That is so good. And it makes me remind me of scripture, which is actually from the book of Matthew.
I'm just getting into scripture, man.
Awesome,
I'm
bro.
on my little spiritual journey right now.
Nice. That's awesome. Good for you, man. But there's this, and I think of it all the freaking time, bro, because it reminds me of that right there. Tomorrow has enough worries. Just focus on today. I'm generalizing it, but that's the scripture where he basically says tomorrow has enough worries. Just focus on today. Today has enough problems of its own. Put that to the side. You won't make it there. You got this to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lay this brick perfectly. Right. And that's always such a great reminder, dude. So
eat what's on your plate first.
Yeah. Yep. So be patient. And then you said, I already forgot, man. That's bad.
I forgot too. Be patient. Don't disconnect. Don't disconnect. So much.
Thank you.
Don't disconnect so much, and put me first. Like, stop trying to be a pleaser. You know what I mean? Like, you want to make everybody happy, or you want to be a millionaire? You know what I mean? So put me first.
So good.
Yeah.
That is so, and that makes me think of another thing that I remind myself all the time. It's like, if your cup isn't filled, you can't fill anybody else's cup. You have to be in that scripture, but like you gotta live in the overflow first, because you can't give. Like, I'm never gonna forget. Like, there's been times when people, I want to go help people. I have a heart to serve, but they're like, bro, if you aren't served, if you aren't filled, bro, you're giving from an empty place. So that is so good. That's something I want people to hear more and more.
I set myself back so much just trying to please people and make people happy. But you drive yourself crazy trying to make everybody happy.
Yeah, and it's either
people hated Jesus.
Yep. They killed him.
Right.
Yep. Oh,
what make you think you're gonna make everybody happy?
Yep, that's exactly right. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's words of wisdom, and I know I'm hard-headed, so I've heard a lot of these things. And it wasn't until it's like, you ain't gonna listen?
Yeah.
All right, I'll serve it again.
You
still not gonna listen?
Right. I ain't got too many more.
So, for those listening, for those watching, take this for real, because it will help. So, but man, thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you, dog.
This was fun. I'm excited. April 7th.
Yeah, come on down.
It'll be, and then obviously if it's past April 7th, by the time you listen or watch this for a reason, check them out. Instagram, Celestine.
Celestine.art.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, yeah, go from there, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Good looking. Good looking. Good time.
Yes, sir.
How about that? Celestine, it is, man. Some wisdom, some nuggets. I love the last 3 points he shared with the patience. For me, like I said, don't forget about it, seriously. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, it absolutely inspired me to be like, you know what, man, let's keep this thing going, because I was stoked to just have that convo. And man, it inspired me in ways too. So I'm curious, how did it inspire you? Let me know on Instagram. Let me know in the messages, and just, I'm curious. Yeah, I want to hear what you took away from this, because again, that's what it's all about: us learning, us growing, and us acting on these brand new revelations and inspirations. So with that said, follow Celestine, grab his art, grab his merch. I mean, this guy's killing it. And support, man. Support local artists, and especially out here in Houston. And if you can, show up to the show. It's gonna be a ton of fun. You'll see me there, and we'll be able to rock it. So with that said, if you haven't, check out the obviously him on Instagram. Check out me on Instagram at Trey_LLL. And if you haven't, check the link in my description so you get more access to be able to dive into some of the projects that I'm working on, and got some new ones there for you. So check it out. But with that said, see you at the next episode. Appreciate you. This is Trey from the Trey Angle.